A lot of these companies are, yes, building on Ethereum and layer 2s. So is Solana. I was an Ethereum maxi when I first joined Crypto, right? But I think the future of Solana and Ethereum are going to be very fruitful, in my opinion, in the future. Honestly, dude, you could probably just like literally buy Solana and Ethereum and log off.
But since then, he's like missed every projection he's ever made. He said the stock market was going to crash, it ripped. He said crypto was going to crash, it ripped. And then as of January 25th last year, so it's been a year and 1 day, he sold all of his silver to buy Bitcoin. Silver was only $30 then. There was another crypto theft. There's a young gentleman, Mr. John DeGita, stole $40 million of crypto. They were going band for band, as the young kids say, over Telegram, flexing basically crypto account, showing screenshots in his Exodus wallet. Guess who this guy's father is? So this dude's father was... Welcome back to another episode of The Market Take, breaking down what's happening around the world in the markets and in crypto.
And if you like being informed about this kind of stuff, please consider subscribing to our channel. And if you do watch our content and you're not sure if you're subscribed, please double check. A lot goes into making these videos and we get super motivated when we see that people are interested. So yeah, thank you.
Everybody, welcome back to another episode of The Market Take. The date is January 26th. We got a huge week ahead. It is earnings season. It is earnings week. All the big dogs are reporting today. I mean, not today. I'm sorry. This week. All the big dogs are reporting this week. So, as usual, let's start with some world news, huh?
Yeah, but before we get into that, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out. Also, we appreciate a like, turn your notifications on, and leave a comment down below on what you thought of the episode. If any topics you wanted to give your input on any of the topics that we discussed today, just comment down below.
So, TikTok finally sold, huh?
Yeah.
What's the juice? What happened? Who owns it?
All right. TikTok sold for $14 billion. All right. Under the new ownership structure, a group of investors led by Silicon Valley giants Oracle and the private equity firm Silver Lake will own more than 80% of the company, which draws 66 million daily users just in the United States. Yeah. So a lot of people are, kind of worried because, all right, let me push back a little bit. TikTok is known for its algorithm. It's known for its really good algorithm, pushing new creators, pushing people out there that never had a platform before. If they, if they made just a new, some sort of good video or catchy video, it'd be more than likely to explode. It gets recommended to a ton of people, pushed to a ton of people. And that was TikTok's kind of secret sauce. But now, ever since this deal went through and the requirements for it, they have to rebuild that algorithm pretty much from the ground up. Not necessarily rebuild it, but they got to retrain it. They have to retrain, test, and update content recommendations with the algorithm on U.S. user data specifically. So, yeah.
So, per blast, TikTok users are deleting the app with removals up 150% following the U.S. joint venture, updated 2 hours ago.
Wait, did he say that was U.S. users or was that just users in general?
It just says TikTok users.
Yeah. Maybe, who knows? Maybe
maybe it's bots. I don't know.
Or maybe it's countries or China banning TikTok now that it's sold, they're part of TikTok.
Is it going to be banned in China?
I don't know. I'm just saying, what if that's the reason? Because China severely monitors that stuff too. They'll cut it off right away. You can't use Instagram out there, right? You can't use or other platforms like that out there.
Man, I don't know.
I know in Russia you can't.
No,
you can't use a lot of.
That was annoying. I always had to have a VPN on.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Instagram and other social media platforms in China. I'm not sure if those are banned over there, which I think they're heavily regulated to the point where pretty much unusable. But yeah.
Update. the daily average of U.S. users deleting the TikTok app has increased 150%. So yes, it is U.S. users.
Yeah.
Maybe the algo just doesn't cook the same way. I don't know, because I never really focused on TikTok.
Well,
so.
dude, this came in effect like the 22nd, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm optimistic. I don't think they're gonna, try to like kill this app completely. I mean, they just spent $14 billion on it. Maybe they make it better. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. But I think that's just a emotional reaction, so to speak. But yeah, I mean, and then also, there's a separate legislation where it was banned for government employees to use. Like government employees couldn't have it on their phone, which is ironic because like the White House and like other government agencies post on TikTok too.
Right.
But that's like a whole other law that they would need to like battle in court or go through the process to try to get removed. But still to this day, it's banned for government employees.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I'm sure this is news to nobody, but on January 24th, you guys probably all saw fatal shooting of Mr. Alex Preddy, 37-year-old U.S. vet. I know he was working as a nurse for the VA, right? Mm-hmm. Correct? Right?
Yeah.
So second deadly shooting by ICE agents. First one, that was, I think that was valid. This one was kind of crazy to see because they de-armed him and then they fired. Just kind of shows like the lack of training. Mm-hmm. And if you remember when we talked about the Bulgarian government, how they resigned, and we talked about how, sometimes making these quick decisions doesn't end up the right way, and that's kind of I think what we're seeing here with ICE. They hired so many people without the proper training, and it ended in a tragedy like this.
Dude, they speed run them. I think it's like a 4-month long training process, which is nothing.
Right.
Which is like literally a very short pipeline. I'm pretty sure basic training in the military is longer than that.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Police Academy is longer than that.
Oh,
just basic.
For sure. And yeah, dude, I mean, listen, guys, like this is something that I'm completely unbiased. I'm going to call out BS if I see BS. Like that was complete murder in my opinion. And one thing I can't wrap my head around, and I feel like I'm taking crazy pills, is that Kristi Noem and Kash Patel are trying to spin this off as like, oh, you shouldn't be bringing weapons around federal agents or anything. Like, dude, first of all, what does this party stand for the most? Like the Republican Party. It's the Second Amendment, right? Yeah. This guy was licensed to carry. He had his concealed weapons permit, and you know what? From all the reports I'm reading and from what I saw, he was carrying it at his 6 o'clock, meaning behind his back.
Right.
Not his appendix, not on his side, but on his back. And Kristi Noem is going to sit here on national television and be like, you shouldn't be bringing, you can't bring weapons around federal agents. First of all, they were in a public setting. He had a loaded weapon, yada, yada. Of course it's going to be loaded. Sorry for banging on your table, but like, who's going to carry a weapon with no ammunition? What sense does that make? Right. It doesn't matter. He's licensed. He is legally allowed to carry like that. He could even open carry it if he wanted to.
Right.
Right. Anyone in the United States could open carry. He could literally. He wasn't brandishing the firearm. I think that's what people get mixed up between having a firearm on you and brandishing a firearm. Brandishing meaning you have it in your hand and you're pointing it, or you have it at the ready or somewhat. But if you're carrying, like, that is your constitutional right. There's no ifs, ands about it. And I can't believe Kash Patel, this guy too, man. He's just like literally just a glazing, like, just a yes man.
Yeah.
Just, like, they complete, like, I can't even believe this is an argument, to be honest. I can't believe that was like
right.
the reason they came up with to like speak about it, like why it happened.
Yeah.
Like, are you nuts?
Yeah, that was just BS.
And then, like, you saw the video too, right? Like, the agent that took the weapon away from him, that disarmed him, clearly ran away first with the weapon in his hand,
right?
And then the shots rang out.
Right.
This is, and listen, I will say this, like, this is an isolated incident, obviously, right? Let's not sit here and be one of those people that just like that wants to abolish the whole system because of one isolated incident. But there needs to be better training. Like honestly, man, like you need to. If you're going to be in that kind of position, you need to be able to process information super quick in the most stressful environments like that there. Like if you hear a gunshot, the first thought that goes to your mind shouldn't be point and shoot. Right. You need to hear it, scan it, assess the threat in a very short time, and then make the right call. It was a terrible thing that happened. It was very tragic, man. I'm very disappointed.
I will say though, you know, this isn't the first time that the country has tried to, you know, deport illegal immigrants. It happened with the Clinton administration, happened with the Obama administration, and back then there wasn't like, hey, get in front of these federal officers, like cause problems, punch them in the face, like type of rhetoric, right? Mm-hmm. Obama had the same guys leading ICE as Obama does. I'm sorry. Obama had the same guy leading ICE Tim Holman, Trump has right now, basically protecting the border, who Trump calls the border czars. So the Obama administration deported 3 million plus illegal immigrants. You guys remember they put them in cages and stuff. There was no like crazy like attack federal agents. Again, zero excuse whatsoever. That was a messed up murder, 100%.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, we as a society need to stop like antagonizing the sides to fight each other, and like it's like I'm just exhausted of it, dude. I have fatigue.
And, you know, listen, you know what Arthur's referring to. By the way, I don't know if you guys looked at the statistics, but Obama was a deportation king. I don't mean that like in a cool way or anything like that. I thought like that his numbers were crazy.
Yeah.
Like I think it was like
3 million plus.
More. Yeah. It was like 10 or something like that. At the end of his term, dude, he first of all, you guys got to remember, man. Obama kept Guantanamo Bay lit. He had all these crazy that's a crazy way to put it, lit, dude. But like, dude, he like that's a crazy way to put it. My bad, but like Guantanamo Bay's heyday was during Obama's run,
right?
You know, and if you guys don't know what Guantanamo Bay, that's kind of where they brought terrorists or suspected terrorists and essentially tortured them. But also his immigration facilities were,
dude. You remember they're saying all this stuff, oh, like, how can you deport these families, separate them, yada, yada. But it's like they were getting thrown in cages. And then the fake news stuff is really aggravating me, too. Like, did you see that little 5-year-old boy that went viral? And then all the major news headlines said, oh, they just separated this kid from his father, and they just took this kid to deport him. When in reality, they pulled over a car, and the driver was the kid's father, who was a illegal immigrant, just left the kid in the car and ran away. Yeah. So I think these divisive and non-factual headlines, they're just tearing us apart as a society, dude. You can't even speak one opinion without you getting generalized like crazy. Like, yes, I am against illegal immigration, but I'm also against a tyrannical government.
You're not allowed to think freely.
Why, why can I not have two opinions that kind of go on both sides? Like, why isn't that not allowed without, dude, you get called a racist bigot, Trump bootlicking this, that. Dude, we call balls and strikes like we see them.
Yeah, like I see them. Like, people have lost all touch of reality, and they honestly lost the concept of what's right and what's wrong.
Right.
And yeah, no, it sucks. I mean,
Kay just said it well. Both can be true. Exactly.
Yeah, they really can be true. And here's another thing too, like, back to your point, right? Why there wasn't so much outrage during Obama's run or anything like that too. A lot of it has to do with this too. Like, social media and technology was not what it was during his run than it is now. Everything's on camera now. I guarantee, like you could probably find some wicked stuff in the files back during those days. Like, stuff you probably didn't want to see.
Well, they also weren't weaponizing social media to the degree that they were now, because they know that the traditional media is not effective anymore, and they're weaponizing social media, and it's working amazingly. Yeah, I go on Instagram, it makes me sick. Just people like literally wanting to kill each other, like no more civil like discourse at all. Just
you can't even have a conversation with each other.
It's wild. And now I think we covered this. I can't remember if we said it on an episode or if we were just talking together, but they verified that over 50% of internet traffic is bots. I mean, dude, we know that when we try to buy our freaking Pokemon cards on drop, we just get botted. But half the internet traffic is all bots.
It's internet, like you said, half of it's AI slop, just bots, agents, and we're gonna get into that because a new, very popular agent just came out. And I kind of want to give it a try, but man, we are getting further and further away of being able to think and solve problems and do stuff ourselves and relying on the machine. And we're going to get into that.
Yeah, so what's this new Claude bot? It's not the same as like the other Claude with the W, or
no, totally
or is
different.
It? Yeah,
totally different.
Well, what's the juice,
dude? Okay, so it's been out for about 5 days now, I think. But I mean, guys, we're all familiar with AI agents, right? Especially if you were with me in crypto last year and we were trading all these AI agent tokens, that was like a very infant, like experimental phase of AI agents. Like those agents couldn't do nearly a fraction of what Clawbot can do. But essentially, Clawbot is this new agent, and it's completely open source. It's completely free. And it lives on your machine, like locally. Like it's not on the internet. It's locally in your machine. You have to download it. Now, with that comes a lot of like skepticism and like security issues, and rightfully so. But dude, this thing is crazy, man. People are literally like, it's everyone's personal assistant, pretty much. Like, it will, it will go through all your social medias. It will reply for you, send on your behalf. It will respond to your emails for you. It will clear out your inboxes. It will clean everything up. Even Telegram too. Like Telegram, it's like scanning through your Telegram, clearing out all your chats, responding to people. Even Discord, it's got 50 plus native integrations. WhatsApp, Discord, Telegram, just to name a few. X, obviously, and man, dude, people are doing the craziest things. People are trading with it too. Like the people have connected it to other AI, like crypto native AI agents. Like, have you heard of BankerBot on Base?
No.
Basically, it's like an AI agent that's like executing trades for you and stuff like that on your behalf. I mean, of course, you have to like give it some sort of approval, but you could literally partner it up with Claudebot, and Claudebot and BankerBot will communicate with each other because again, Claudebot is on your local machine acting as you. So you could have it do all this crazy stuff, man. Yeah. And like, people are, it's not that great at trading right now.
Well, you remember that I said that I was talking to Kraken?
Yeah.
Dude, I was talking to AI for the longest time and I had no idea. And then after like somebody live actually got on.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, oh, cool. Thanks. This, that. Right. No, dude, it was AI the whole time, but it did not sound like an AI.
Yeah. Dude, Clawbot will also code for you, man. Like, Here's a really crazy example, right? Say if your computer has a virus, Claude running locally will be in there and it will like patch it.
That's sick.
Yeah. Or like whatever, however they patch viruses or something like that.
You think it could be dangerous?
Yeah, man, dude, it has access to like, first of all, this thing is open source, right? Anybody could like work on this thing. But dude, it's having access to so much data, right? Even like personal data, all these integrations that you're integrating it with, like that's all at risk. Like here's the thing. At the end of the day, this is like a very new untested product, right? Security wise. and it's got to go through like a whole gamut of testing to like, you know, to be deemed safe. But with safety like that comes like restriction of what you can and cannot do at some point, right? So what a lot of people are doing are running this on a separate machine. Like, I don't know if you saw, but everyone and their mom are buying Mac Minis right now.
Why?
To run CloudBot on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they're only connecting like the accounts that they want to be managed and data that they want to be managed. And they're also, some people are also doing like AWS, because AWS has like they have a virtual machine that you could run Cloud on, and it's for free. You have like a very like basic free version of AWS, and Cloud will run on that. But yeah, I mean, it has taken the internet by storm the past few days. And dude, it's honestly, it's truly agentic. Like before, it wasn't really like the AI agents, so to speak, were, you know, were very limited on what they can do and what, you know.
But we're seeing how fast this stuff is moving.
Oh yeah,
it's coming way quicker than anybody thought.
Yeah, very lightning fast.
Yeah. Dude,
here's another thing. Before you get into another, like what a lot of people don't realize, like again, being open source, you have all these developers making all these tools. Dude, can you imagine some rogue developer develops a plugin, right? These plugins have access to your entire system, and that malicious plugin, you're screwed, man. You're screwed. It's gonna, you know. So these are things that. This is why people run this on an isolated machine and not their personal machine.
L4, you in the chat? Man, you know, our favorite criminal ever is officially arrested, Mr. Ryan Wedding, dude. For you guys don't know who Ryan Wedding is, he is a Olympic snowboarder that became a massive money launderer,
drug lord,
money launderer, all that. When they arrested him, the dude had $10 million in just cannabis.
Dude, he was the modern day Pablo Escobar.
He had some of the coolest cars ever. Like, the man had taste. Like, it wasn't like a Huracan SVJ Bugatti. No, it was like
vintage,
new. Like, he had this super rare Benz that's like $2.5 million. Like, had a crazy car collection, but money laundered millions and millions of dollars.
Dude,
sick.
I mean, this guy was on the run for more than a decade. He mostly hid out in Mexico. He was protected by the cartels for sure. The FBI has been looking at him for a long time. You know, Cash Patel said he was the modern day Pablo Escobar. This guy was moving crazy weight.
Yeah.
But just recently, and I think Nicholas Crouch showed us in our Discord community in the chat, but recently he started posting on Instagram like a week prior to his arrest.
He wanted to go viral, so when he got out, he had a name for himself.
That too. That's actually a good point. A lot of people thought he was taunting the FBI, but in reality, I think he knew his day was coming.
He's like, I'm about to build my brand on social.
I think he knew his day was coming, and he kind of, just wanted to show what he's been up to. And again, like you said, probably starting to, start the beginnings of building something. Because I mean, dude, we see it on podcasts all the time. One of my favorite podcasts, their whole thing is interviewing like past like huge criminals, right? And they tell their story, and it's awesome. But I think he's going to be going away for like super long. Dude, he's old now.
Dude, they had a $15 million. The FBI had a $15 million reward for him. Can you imagine how much he was laundering?
Yeah. And guys, if you don't know, he was an Olympian. Like, he competed in the Olympics in 2002 for Canada in skiing. But yeah.
Snowboarding, dog.
Was it snowboarding?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He was way cooler than a skier.
Dang.
Way cooler than a skier.
Yeah, that's man.
No offense to the skiers out there.
I wonder how, like, he got into this. Like, what happened?
You know what story it made me think of? You remember the Tom Cruise movie where he's the pilot and he's smuggling drugs and weapons for the cartel and the CIA, and he's literally just working like that makes me think of him.
Dude, he's a CIA asset. And like this is all political stunt. But in reality, he's a CIA asset. Watch, he's going to get a crazy plea deal. And he'll be out in no time.
Speaking of, I mean, dude, Jordan Belfort kind of did the same thing, right? Like, everyone loves Jordan Belfort, but everyone forgets that he literally just screwed over so many people. Yeah. But everyone loves him because of the movie, and I'm sure this guy will get a movie. And then he just hit social hard, and Jordan Belfort is printing money again off of socials.
L4Pia goes, in Canada, the penalties for drugs are much less than the USA, but he's getting charged in the US, man. And who knows if they allow to extradite him?
Yeah,
you know, the US, like once they got you in their sights, man, it's like they're gonna have their way with you, in my opinion.
Yeah. Bravo to him for what he was on the run for 10+ years, right?
Yeah, over a decade.
Bravo to him. I think that's all we got on world news. Real quick though, yeah, dude, in Vegas, if you get caught with over a kilo, I'm pretty sure it's like 25+. It's crazy. You know, everyone thinks Vegas has like these like super lax laws and stuff. Nah, it's like crazy strict here.
Yeah, they think anything goes, but in reality, man, like they do not mess around here.
Nope.
I mean, I get you see like all the debauchery on social media or all the glitz and the glamour and everything, but let me tell you something. If you're some scrub walking around thinking you could do whatever you want, you're sadly mistaken, man. You're gonna get nabbed up real quick.
1 kilogram in Canada, slap on the wrist, 8 years, and you serve a third. Yeah, easy. All right, so stock news. All right, guys. So if you have not watched last week's episode, it's an absolute must that you watch last week's episode because we won't cover earnings as in-depth this week because we already did last week. But just to recap, so Apple reports earnings on the 28th. Meta, Microsoft, Amazon, they all report earnings this week. Google reports on February 4th, and Nvidia is not until February 24th. But also, Apple did rally today based on some analyst upgrades. But if you guys remember, tomorrow is January 27th, which we discussed that the committee in India is trying to basically sue Apple for $38 billion. Apple sent another statement to them about 3-4 days ago saying that you guys are charging us based on like a global population and not just based off of what we should be charged in India. So Apple is actually not denying the charges, but they're saying you guys are charging us as like the whole world, even though this committee is specifically for India. So we could see those fines reduced drastically. We should have some more information about it tomorrow. But of course, Apple being Apple, their lawyers could potentially push it more and more. On top of that, on top of all the crap we got on for earnings, guys, we have FOMC, which is tomorrow and the 28th.
Oh, man.
So the Fed is going to say, are we going to increase rates? Are we going to drop rates? Are we going to hold rates the same? So there's so much news that the market needs to digest before we can actually attack it the proper way. So, yeah, Blake just said it, sheesh. Volatility week.
It's volatility. Yo, I'll say this right now, guys. Have a short day. Go see the family. Hug your kids. Yeah. Hug your wife. Mm-hmm. Don't worry about this week.
Have some kids.
Yeah. Have some kids, man. Take some time off the screen because
it's not going anywhere. I mean, dude, L4 said it best. Like, there was 2-3 times we attacked the market just flawlessly and just crushed with momentum, right? We did the 50K to $1 million plus in like 3 months, and then we did the 50K to 800K on ETH in like 1 month. But that's when there's serious momentum. We had a couple of days, and then it went away again. But whose momentum is not going away? Precious metals. Can I get into this?
Yeah.
I got a lot to cover on the metals.
I'm so sidelined on metals, and I'm coping.
So,
no one told me that gold and silver and copper were going to run this hard.
They did, dude. They did. Yeah, they did. I just didn't listen. All right, so guys, here's what's going on with gold and silver. All right, so gold, if you guys didn't see, hit new records of 5,100 plus today. Silver hit 107, I want to say. So what's causing this insane squeeze on silver? A few things. So a huge demand for basically anything solar, EV batteries, needs silver for electrical conductivity. So the EVs and the solar industry needs silver like crazy. But silver has been on a tight supply since early 25. And one of the other things too that's tough about silver is silver. You don't just mine silver. It's a byproduct of mining other stuff like lead, zinc, copper, all that stuff. So like you can't just go mine silver. You got to mine this other stuff, and then you get silver by mining this stuff. So
aren't we in the silver state?
You are in the silver state.
Silver's 110, by the way.
No, oh wait, futures opened up again.
Yeah,
but it did dip. So guys, so even though silver hit that crazy high today, in 90 minutes it wiped away $1.7 trillion from the market. Because when it hit that, it hit 117. I'm sorry. It hit all the way to 117, and then it drastically dropped down to 102, which is like a 13% drop from the all-time highs. But it's crazy that it took away the entire market cap of crypto. I'm sorry, not crypto. The entire market cap of Bitcoin in like 90 minutes was just evaporated on silver. 1.7 trillion, gone. So, guys, when you have these crazy kind of rips like that, these dips are known as the widowmaker, okay? Because people will literally unalive themselves. See, I'm learning the YouTube lingo. That's allowed.
There you go.
People will unalive themselves from these insane drops, especially if you are over leveraged.
In GTA too.
Yeah. So if you guys remember, right, we always talk about risk management, because the best traders in the world are not the ones that are focused on how much can they make, how much can they win. No, the best traders in the world are the ones that can handle their losses because they control the downside. So when you control the downside, the upside just naturally takes care of itself, right? So everybody can be wrong, right? I can be wrong, Justin can be wrong, Warren Buffett can be wrong, market makers can be wrong, right? Here's a great example of it. TD Ameritrade. We all know TD Ameritrade, right? Huge company. They got liquidated on silver short today.
Whoa.
Big liquidation. They started shorting silver at $78. They had a target of $40 with the stop loss at 95.
Oh, my.
Whoa. Are you telling me that the institutions and hedge funds have a plan when they go into trades? Oh, my God. It's like we've been talking like rocket science lately. Oh, my God. They had a plan. So, guys, we do the same stuff here, right? At Stock Locked and as traders, we get an entry, we get an SL, and we get a target, and we make sure the risk to reward is good, and we don't oversize. Why? Because we could be wrong, just like this institution was wrong, right? So if you're over leveraged and there's another 13% drop that comes out of nowhere, you can completely destroy yourself in the market. Dude. Completely destroy yourself, right?
And this is the time to do it. Right here.
So be very, very careful chasing stuff, especially with such hard spikes, because the quicker the pump, the more violent the pullback will be, and it will happen quick. Okay, especially when the smart money starts to take control and does start to win the short position, this thing could get kind of crazy, but. They are expecting a squeeze of $180 on silver because of the demand that's needed out there and because of the total supply that's out there. One more thing before we go into GameStop. You guys have all read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, right? Robert Kiyosaki. This guy had such a great book when it came to like creating common money sense, but since then he's like missed every projection he's ever made. He said the stock market was going to crash, it ripped. He said crypto was going to crash, it ripped. And then as of January 25th last year, so it's been a year and 1 day, he sold all of his silver to buy Bitcoin. Silver was only $30 then.
My.
Yeah. And so since he sold, gold has gone up 77% and silver has gone up 213%.
Oh my. Oof. Dude, this is big level. Guys, this same concept follows in like every market. Stocks, crypto, commodities. Like if you're always trying to rotate your bags into like the next best thing, this stuff happens to you. Always does. You're going to lose.
Yep, it's like people who are like, oh, I had to trade on Sol, but they needed to put some money in, let's say, ETH trade. So they dump the Sol trade and go to ETH trade. They hope the ETH trade pops first, and then they can put the money back in the Sol trade. Mm-hmm. Next thing you know, ETH is gone, and then next thing you know, Sol is gone,
right.
and now they can't get back into Sol.
You guys got to believe in something, man. Just believe it. Stop getting the FOMO. Stop beating yourself up like, oh, no, my bags are running. Everything else is running. In due time, man.
I mean, guys, I called silver at 50, and I didn't even buy a position.
I don't.
So I didn't chase
it.
The
only silver I own is somewhere in my computer, probably.
Oh my God, everyone's gonna hate me because I'm gonna say the word Trump, but I have one of those Trump silver coins. It's gone up like 80% already. Oh my God, I said Trump. Watch out. Anyway, GameStop is back in the news. Good old GameStop. Speaking of people who've been right once majorly and not really right again much, Michael Burry, Mr. Big Short, the guy that shorted the housing market, he is buying shares of GameStop. And that's what caused GameStop to pump over like 7% today. And then it closed at exactly 4.44% up today. So he's saying that he's not buying GameStop to see another potential squeeze, but he's buying it because he believes in Ryan Cohen, which is the CEO of GameStop. And just on January 21st, Ryan Cohen, the CEO of GameStop, also bought 1 million shares of GameStop on January 1st, confirmed with an SEC filing that was filed. Not $1 million, but 1 million shares. So these are strong signs, right? If the CEO is buying shares, and as a CEO, you have to buy shares from your own cash. So that should be a bullish signal for us. Also, the 30-day volume jumped. I'm sorry, not the 30-day volume. The volume jumped up to 37 million today, and the average 30-day volume is only 6.9 million. So we saw like a 4.5x increase in volume just today based off of that news. So, I know GameStop is, they've had their partnership with PSA now, so they're making money.
GameScalp.
With the PSA, and then of course they're charging crazy for the Pokemon GameScalp. So, but hey, at least they're making more money now, right?
They are.
So,
I just want to know why they're deciding to move all their Bitcoin. Well, they did. All their holdings of Bitcoin onto Coinbase Pro.
GameStop did that?
GameStop did that.
Maybe they're ready to sell.
$450 million worth of Bitcoin. That's all their Bitcoin.
Maybe they want some liquidity. Maybe they want some cash.
They're going to sell it all?
I mean, if you're investing in GameStop, I guess that's good. More cash on hand does make your stock fundamentally better than having Bitcoin.
It's a lot of cash.
But a lot of cash.
And here's another thing with
gives
GameStop,
them
man.
Guys, to do stuff.
Let's see. GameStop used to be great at one point in my eyes, right?
Yeah, it was. Like
it used to be great at one point in my eyes. Okay. Now every employee's got to stick up their ass. Every time I walk in there, they scalp like crazy on Pokemon products. You guys don't even get retail stuff in anymore. I don't even think the Pokemon company respects you guys anymore. But I don't know why I went off the deep end over there. I guess I don't know,
you
man.
Over there, buddy.
Dude, every time I walk in there, like I get this. It's like every single employee hates their life. Probably because I get asked the same question about Pokemon every day, 30 times a day. But I don't care.
You remember what I said about that store that we were at? You're like, I'm like, I don't like the store anymore. It's just got
The vibe was off.
Weird energy.
There's an ego in the Pokemon world right now, guys.
A huge
There's
ego.
a big ego in the Pokemon world right now, and I'm gonna correct it.
Dude, these nerds need to get punched sometimes, you know?
On GTA.
On GTA.
On Grand Theft Auto, the video game, virtually punching, not really.
Correct.
But you know, honestly, their attitude needs to be adjusted. I don't look just because your little stupid collectible hobbies in the limelight right now. All right, doesn't mean you can have this big ego behind you right now. Okay, even though I collect Pokemon, I like Pokemon, but I'll never.
Did you see the attitude of the girl when I gave her a PSA 9? She goes, "Oh, pass." I was like, "Relax, dude."
There's a market for 9s. Okay.
She was like, "Oh, pass."
Like it's. I don't know. All these videos I've been watching on. Anyways. Yeah.
Anyway. All right. So yeah, guys, GameStop. Keep an eye out. Don't expect some crazy kind of squeeze, but just keep it on your watch list. It's on my watch list. It did have a good day today. It's not bullish in trend yet either. So, just keep it on your watch list, guys. I think that's all we got for stock. Should we jump right into Crip?
Yeah, we got it, man. We gotta.
So we got a lot to cover.
Oh, I see.
On crypto.
I see.
So I'm just going to start with price, and then we can get into what's going on with Ethereum and everything else. Bitcoin, guys, saw $1 billion in ETF outflow. Ethereum saw $630 million in ETF outflow. Stablecoin dominance, which means basically people converting every single crypto into their stablecoins, has gone up 43%. Okay. And it peaked at 50% in November. And unfortunately, it does look like the stablecoin dominance can rally another 10 to 15%. Now, if that does happen, that actually coincides perfectly with our Bitcoin analysis that we did in the Discord when I put in bids to start buying Bitcoin at 77K and 75K. So if Bitcoin goes down to 77 to 75K, that represents another 12 to 15% dip in Bitcoin. And I just said that the stablecoin market looks like it's going to rally another 10 to 15%. So those numbers merge and they look good. So let's get into ETH though. Even with these kind of really high flows of ETFs, the ETH treasury companies are showing massive purchases, big purchases, like huge purchases.
Dude, I think MicroStrategy did their biggest buy ever like a week ago
On BT?
On BTC. Well, not biggest buy ever, but the biggest ever since they started, buying really it was like they're saying biggest buy.
Yeah. So as you guys know, last week we talked about the stock market going into tokenization stocks, right? So Mr. Larry Fink over at BlackRock basically said that he has strong conviction that Ethereum will be the toll road for tokenized assets. So over 65% of stablecoins and tokenized assets live on Ethereum, dwarfing Solana by 10x. And a lot of these high-value Ethereum projects, a lot of these high-value projects are building on Ethereum, okay? So we're seeing companies like Bitmine buying millions of dollars worth of Ethereum, BlackRock buying millions of dollars worth of Ethereum. Tons and tons of these Ethereum treasure companies are going hard on Ethereum purchases right now. So what's that showing? It's showing history repeating itself over and over. It's showing that the normal retail market, right? Us everyday people are terrified of the crypto market, but the big dogs are still buying Bitcoin and making massive moves on Ethereum because of what's going to happen with Ethereum. And, I think you should go on with the next topic, because a huge thing that was worrying about crypto was quantum, right? Well, Ethereum said, don't worry about quantum.
That's another thing. Yeah, we're going to talk about that too. But I don't listen. Let's not count Solana out.
I'm just giving numbers and data. Dwarfed.
Oh, I got some data for you right now, bro.
Solana
Solana dwarfs Ethereum's volume every 24 hours, every day.
Stop the madness, dude.
9.3 mil right here, 24-hour volume. Ethereum 1.7 mil. I mean 1.7 bill. Solana 9.3 bill.
On purpose? Or what?
That's just chain volume. That's just chain volume. But they listen. A lot of these companies are building on Ethereum and layer 2s. However, so is Solana. I think Solana and Ethereum are amazing. Listen, I was an Ethereum maxi in the beginning of the day when I first joined crypto, right? But I think the future of Solana and Ethereum are going to be very fruitful, in my opinion, in the future. Honestly, dude, you could probably just literally buy Solana and Ethereum and log off.
Speaking of, there was a Bitcoin OG that acquired 22,000 Ethereum tokens just last week. By the way. And this OG, also known as 1011 Short, that's the name he goes by. He's the one that made a $63 million Ethereum purchase. I'm telling you guys, these OGs, these hedge funds, they're all over ETH. You remember when we were saying last year, this Ethereum is going to be the most hated rally ever? Maybe we were just a little too early on our prediction. Because what I'm seeing says ETH can go ballistic.
Guys.
Good thing I still have 1,200.
Wow. Maybe, guys, maybe we were thinking and doing a lot faster than the institutions.
Institutions do move slower because of regulation, but when they do move, they move.
So, in due time.
In due time.
Just be patient. But yeah, guys, I know we've covered this a lot before, but it is becoming a more and more existential threat, and that's quantum computing and its risk to crypto. With all this Ethereum talk, it's also to note that Ethereum is at the forefront of counteracting this. They have made it their top priority to protect the chain or to quantum proof the chain, and they have a whole dedicated team towards it. Chains that aren't doing this right now is Bitcoin. And that's kind of worrisome to me. If the deving on Bitcoin, it's a little weird how it's structured, or how that governance is structured. It's very I don't know. It's not proactive at all in any sense. Updates come very far few in between, if any do come. But that's one thing you guys need to. I'm not saying Bitcoin's going to zero or anything like that. I'm not funding Bitcoin whatsoever. But I feel like the biggest crypto asset should be taking some sort of precaution now, and they need to make an announcement about it, kind of put people at ease. But yeah, I mean, quantum computing is coming, whether you like it or not. A lot of people think it's going to be here by 2030, but I think it's going to be here. Yeah. Actually, 2030 is right around the corner. What am I saying, dude?
It's right around
It's 2026. So 4 years from now, yeah.
And also, dude, with the increased AI adoption, especially with these AI agents, dude, without a doubt, the AIs are going to use crypto for payment. Without a doubt.
Yeah. So
with these AI agents, let's say, like you said, right? They can log on to your computer. They can take care of your bills, do this, do that, yada, yada. It's going to be all done with crypto. Adoption is coming quick.
What if, and listen, AI is going to need quantum computing if it wants to get better. It needs to process information as fast as it needs at lightning speeds, way quicker than you could ever imagine. If you wanted to excel humanity, it needs quantum computing. And now quantum computing is no longer theoretical; it's practical, and Ethereum, the Ethereum Foundation agrees to think so.
Yep. All right, guys. There was another crypto theft.
Oh, this one's so funny.
And it's not only funny, it's juicy as hell.
Very juicy.
So guys, there's a young gentleman by the name of John Daghiti. I hope I said that right. John Daghiti. John Daghita. So Mr. John Daghita stole $40 million of crypto. Mm-hmm. And before I get into who this man is, the way that he got jacked was basically going.
He was doing them alone.
He also nicknamed himself Lick, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
But they were going, Justin, what's the word? Band for band?
Yeah, band for band.
They were going band for band, as the young kids say, over Telegram, flexing their basically crypto account, showing screenshots in his Exodus wallet, which is actually one of the first wallets that I ever used. But basically doing live transactions also in the Exodus wallet to prove that it's actually like his money and money that he can move. So guys, guess who this guy's father is?
Take a wild guess.
Guess who this guy's father is? So this dude's father, what's the dad's name? Is it Robert? Hold on, I got it here over here. It's hilarious. Oh yeah, Dean. So dude, Daghiti is the son of Dean Daghiti, who is the president of Command Services and Support, also known as CMDSS. Do you guys know what CMDSS does? Just take a wild guess at what CMDSS does. CMDSS was the firm that the U.S. government basically awarded to manage all of the U.S.'s seized cryptocurrency. So the man that is in charge of protecting all of the seized crypto for the United States of America, his son just stole $40 million from one of those U.S. seized accounts.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, like, these kids are so stupid, man. Like, first of all, just to kind of touch on what Arthur was saying on how he got caught. Yeah, this guy would go in like these Telegram group chats and go on like recordings and go like band for band with other members to see who's richer. And he was screen recording like an idiot, and it got leaked somehow. and it was showing his wallet addresses that had the funds, right? And I mean, this is karma, because like literally all he did all day was just like go in these chat rooms and say how broke everyone was.
Yeah, but dude, but like it's not like he was saying that and then like he got hacked.
No, he didn't get hacked.
He was a part of the theft.
Yeah.
Crazy, dude.
Yeah. And no, he was screen recording his wallets and it showed the addresses, and both those addresses were linked to the U.S. government's seized crypto accounts that his dad manages. And yeah, I mean,
it's like, dude, what?
He's the one that did the hacking, and you want to know what it was? Probably, I guarantee he was around his dad while his dad had like some sensitive information open, or something shit. Like,
and he goes, "I stole that shit."
Yeah.
I can hella say the rest. I stole that shit. I walked down. Man, that's crazy, dude.
Dad left his computer open. That's what happened.
Stole from your pops, stole from the government. But that's just asinine right there, dude.
Yeah. Have you seen what he looks like?
No.
Like a twerp. Like an absolute dork. Like a dork that would definitely get like the absolute in GTA shit kicked out of him by anybody.
In GTA.
Yeah.
Dude,
And he was just talking crazy to everybody. Stunting, flexing.
That's crazy, dude. Your pops, you just put your pops in such a bad situation, too.
Dude,
what a
he's
terrible
screwed.
kid.
Are you kidding me? His dad's going to get absolutely...
Unless his dad was in on it, too. It was like, hey, like, oops, I left the seed phrase on my desk.
Well, I mean, dude, it's negligence at the end of the day.
Right.
And he's going to get absolutely rinsed. I guarantee it. And, you know, the kid deleted all of his social media accounts and everything. But the internet's forever, man.
The dispute, known in cybercrime circles as ban for band, involved both parties attempting to prove who controlled more crypto. Ban for band type shit. All you kids and your lingos. Oh, man. What else is going on in crypto, Justin?
Oh, man.
What are the trenches like?
All right, guys. Last but not least, we got to discuss the trenches. All right. I know the trenches have been dead for a little bit, for a while, but there's been a couple events that happened that might show signs of revival. Okay, unless you're living under a rock, which we all are, because we just kind of just been easing off the gas on the trenches. There's been some runners, man, like big runners. If you guys remember, we talked about a couple lives ago about White Whale. How White Whale ran from like 20 mil to like 250 mil in like literally 5 days. Now it's back down to like I think 80 or 70 or something like that. As suspected, that had a lot of supply. That token had a lot of supply control from a lot of different people. And then we recently had the Penguin that ran. Ari Gold, if you're in here, you know what I'm talking about. I think I saw you in here earlier.
Ari's in here.
This Penguin, dude. This Penguin. Have you seen the Penguin? Have you seen the Penguin?
Yes, dude. Yeah. That Penguin's iconic.
I've seen the Penguin.
Dude, someone made a sick AI of the Pokemon Piplup. That's a penguin.
Oh, that's perfect.
Like doing the whole story. It was so cool.
But yeah, man, this Penguin went crazy viral. And this token, dude, I thought it was going to be a chill guy runner, but some mass selling happened, as expected. So we're not in the world of, of half a bill runners yet, but dude, this is good signs. I think people are starting to pay attention to the trenches again. Penguin ran from literally, I don't know, I saw it at 3 mil like literally a few days ago. Then it ran all the way to like 180.
Is it perps? Is it perp on Mexi or just spot, boys and girls?
I don't know, but I mean, a lot of Penguin got sold off, and the token's kind of down right now. But my point I was trying to make is there is potential in liquidity moving into the trenches again. So I think people are going to Penguin's at 92 mil right now. I think people are going to start playing trenches again.
Dude, I'm ready for some trenches. I just want to have fun again.
Man. I want to have fun as well, man. Because I mean, whatever. I was gonna what I was gonna say. But anyways, yeah. I mean, dude, trenches might be warmer. I got my eye on a couple things.
Oh, I'm sorry. Speaking of trenches, guys, you guys remember good old XPX 69,000, right?
Yeah.
I've been looking at that lately.
That's not even a trench coin anymore. That's a big time alt.
Well, big time alt is literally almost near all time lows.
Yeah.
So,
dude, it's a good meme. It's a good strong meme, man. That is a good strong meme.
Like I like it because it's like
it's so
SPX
strong.
traders, SPY traders, option type shit.
First of all, you know who you're talking to, right? Like you're talking to Mr. SPX OG over here.
Okay, but I actually trade SPX, the real SPX.
I mean, so do I. I trade both of them. But like, do you know what the whole motto of SPX 6900 is?
No, I'm gonna guess it's just a spoof off the SPX.
No, their whole motto is to flip the stock market, man. By the way, it's a cultural movement. All right, it's not just that. That is a culture coin like no other. But that meme is super strong, dude. That community is crazy.
Yeah, well, that's never flipping the stock market.
I know. Duh.
With that cool 16K in volume today.
What's it at? What's the price at?
38.
Ooh. Dude, it was holding at like 50-40 for the longest time.
I wanted under 30.
Yeah, that's a good price. That's honestly a really good price.
Under 30.
But dude, I got my eye on a couple things. You're starting to see like a little trend going on in the trenches right now. And listen up, guys. People are trying to peg meme coins and metals together. I know there's this not like literally, but like the new little meme trend right now is copper, gold, all that stuff in meme coins. Like if you see copper Inu, this token ran at 9.5 mil today. I'm sure a gold one's gonna come out, silver one's gonna come out. The reason why this one's running so hard, be careful, guys. Like just because I'm talking about this doesn't mean ape into them. A lot of these have ran already, and a lot of these are probably gonna dive right back down. Like the conditions aren't that crazy yet to be bullish on these things long term still, but there's quick opportunities out there is all I'm trying to explain. Like this copper, like if you're paying attention to X, Kobe, if you know who Kobe is, Kobe's the biggest crypto guy there is. Like this is the biggest like crypto influencer in the world.
I thought we were.
Yeah, that too. And he accidentally shilled this token in a weird way and it went crazy. And it's sparking like a trend. But yeah, I mean, trenches, you're going to see a lot more from me in the trenches, guys.
Bet.
We're going to start trenching together.
So just like Fody said, that doesn't mean ape it into stuff. So just for some context, I like these cool random facts. Only 0.4% of wallets on Pump Fund made over 10K in profit.
Yeah, it's still an extraction event, guys. There's a way to
100%.
go about buying these tokens, man. Like you got to understand, it is still very much PvP, dude. Like you need to be in and out of these. Like these aren't, and they never were, to be honest. But like these aren't tokens I'll hold for even a couple weeks. Mm-hmm. We're not at that point yet, in my opinion. But we're still seeing some opportunity happen.
Right. That's all we got today, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, that's all we got today, guys. The recording will be out on Thursday per usual, live, but we will have it for you guys to watch on Wednesday here in the Discord. Please watch last week's episode if you haven't already. Like I said, there is a lot going on this week in the market. So if you step back and don't really trade, that's also a position as well. Just remember, there's so much going on this weekend. 6 of the biggest companies out of the 7 are reporting earnings. We have interest rate decisions. Just that time of the week where I just kind of watch stuff unfold and see what happens. So that's all we got for you guys today. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you.
Peace.
Peace.